Remember the controversy of what will a Catholic do in the White House?
I
You
don't
can't trust
personally because I was a toddler, but
Oh, shut up. You were not. Kennedy?
Yeah, I was 4 when he was elected.
I just...
was not into the campaign.
Fuck, I feel very old.
I remember once my father and I did have like a fight, not a fight, but like I was like, you know, I grew up in that era where you were kind of scared of your father, so I didn't throw tantrums. But he wanted to watch on the black and white TV like a Kennedy speech, and it was on when the Three Stooges were on or something, and I was like, you cannot preempt the Three Stooges for Kennedy, and there was no second TV. I mean, I know it seems insane how much
back in the Middle Ages,
thing has changed in just our lifespan, you know?
Do you? Well, you do. I know a lot of people that won't watch the news anymore.
I don't watch the news at all.
You don't?
I read about it, and I watch TMZ. Mm-hmm. That to me is the news. I
watch the news still.
I can't watch cable news. I you know, would rather get my news from different sources, mostly TikTok.
So what do you do? Do you read in the morning? Do you have a number of hours? I'm not up in the morning,
Bill. I'm not up in the morning. Mornings are not comedians' times.
You don't go to sleep?
I go to sleep. I just don't get up in the morning. Why do I?
It sounds like you're arguing that you don't know anything and you have no information. I know
no. I just said
true.
I don't read it in the morning.
Oh, when do you read?
At night, when I'm up, or in the day. Okay. I'm just saying morning is not my time. Are you a morning person? You have to be when you're an actor. You're on the set at like 7 a.m., right?
Yeah. And recently I've started to appreciate Felicity loves the morning. It's a really magical time.
It is. You know what? Whenever I've seen it a few times, no, I'm serious. It is great. I just can't be up at both ends. I could when I was 20, but...
I get a burst of energy at night. That's my problem.
Yeah.
That'll keep me up until 1 o'clock.
So do I, and I go with it.
Yeah.
I don't fight it.
Yeah.
You know, my family was a late family. My father worked nights, so he came home late. He slept late. I mean, even as a kid, I used to want to stay up to watch Johnny Carson. So and then I had to be up at 7 o'clock to get the bus to school. So I would, you know, take a nap in the afternoon or something.
Oh, naps. Speaking of cocaine, naps are the new cocaine, I think. They're just the most fabulous things. Naps. And they're legal in all states and non-addicting. And it's just, I love naps.
Yeah, I used to love them, and I can't really do them now. I mean, that's one of the casualties I found from aging is that it's harder to get to sleep.
Yeah.
And I certainly can't just conk out in the middle of the day. I can put myself into a sleep coma for like 10 minutes because sleep kind of puts me out. Mm-hmm. I mean, food, like if I'm, you know, if my gut is having to digest food.
You have to lie down for a while.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where I am, I'll just conk out. Good. But it's very short, and it's not satisfying sleep.
When you're working, the trailer has usually, the air conditioner makes it rattle and it makes a noise, and boy, I can just, only for 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
You can do it in a trailer?
Yeah, in the makeup, in your trailer.
I couldn't do it on a private plane.
No, I can't sleep on an airplane either. The trailer is different. It rattles, it's got that vibration and that white noise. Oh, puts me right out.
You were like, that's born in a trunk kind of stuff.
It kind of is.
That's show business in your blood kind of stuff. You fall asleep.
It's so weird. I've never done anything except what I do.
I'm going to try this.
Okay.
I'm going to try it as a taste.
I can't wait. It's not the face I was looking for.
For me, it tastes like scotch to me. I've never been a scotch drinker. And I learned when my mother and father were celebrating their 25th anniversary that day, never to switch liquor. My mother, all of her life, was scotch. My father was a martini drinker, Irishman, and, you know, had, you know, more than one, let's just say. Not a drunk, but more than one when he got home from work, okay? But always gin and, vermouth. Mother, always one scotch,
On the rocks,
This was the
neat.
generation, World War II generation, 5 o'clock. When it hit 5 o'clock, it was like you could see the drool coming out of their mouth. 5 o'clock meant you could have a drink and you weren't a fucking drunk.
It's
5 o'clock.
kind of got me by the throat. 5 o'clock hits, and I think, hey.
So it is very smooth a minute later, I must say. It's a nice feeling.
It's America's drink.
But, okay, so 25th anniversary, and there was big party, and, for us at the middle class, and the patio, okay?
Yeah.
It was the summer, July 14th, Bastille Day is their anniversary, and I'd never seen my mother drunk, and she, this day, because I guess she was nervous, decided to have a martini, a gin martini instead, and she was like, I still can see her from the patio, from the bedroom window. It's like, that is so not mom.
I know.
And it's like, stick with the liquor that works for you.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Interestingly, my parents did drink rye whiskey, Canadian rye. And it's funny that I would like the spirit so much because they kept it was Canadian rye, it wasn't good. They kept it under the sink with the cleaning stuff. And they would pour 2 shots of it with a glass of water. And they took it like medicine. They would down it and then chase it with the glass of water. It was about as unsexy and as, I thought, why are you doing this? I don't get it. And why do you keep it under this sink with the Clorox? That's got to say something.
What does he think it says?
I think they were guilty.
Right.
Did I mention I'm a wasp?
I gotta say, I feel kind of really good now. I feel like that. It's a very warm.
We're not allowed to put it on the label, but it makes you smarter and better looking. It's been clinically.
I must say, it's kind of a. Yeah, I don't like the taste, but it is kind of a warm, velvety Mel Torme kind of feeling.
And bourbon has a bite to it that I now don't like. But I'm a Southern boy, so I grew up with bourbon. But now I like rye. The rumor is George Washington left office, and I think the federal government bounced his last 3 checks. At any rate, he needed money, and rye whiskey. That's what he started making.
George Washington?
George.
That's what he did as a career after the presidency?
Yep, made a lot of money, too.
Isn't that so fucking awesome?
Perfect.
That we treated back then our ultimate leader, he's our leader and we love him and he's a father of the country, but he's also just one of us.
Yeah.
And when the gig's over,
Yeah. He's no longer the father of our country.
it's kind of like how baseball players in the off season, before they made millions of dollars, they'd be like the bartender
Yeah.
at the local gin joint because it was the off season and they made $40,000 a year like everybody else. And so they needed